What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another build vlog episode. Let's see what we got today. So I'm doing this in a couple of parts. This recording is being done on a Friday. It is February 3rd. And these are probably going to be the last pieces that I get before I actually go through with the build. Now, I kind of have to make sure that I have the funds in place to do this, and it's going to be a little while because I'm, getting earned income credit this year because of Kylie, and the IRS is holding those returns until the 15th. So I still have 12 days before I even know when my money might possibly be released, and it still might even be 2 to 3 weeks after that before I even get it. We'll see. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This is the second episode in the build vlog. The first episode I still haven't even put up because I'm waiting for some confirmation from NZXT. If you remember from that video, I had discovered in the first episode of the build vlog that I did not have a power supply bracket, which is pivotal to keeping the power supply mounted to the back of the case. Now, according to NZXT's Twitter account, they would have no problem sending another one out, but as of today, the ticket is still open. If there's a message on the screen saying that it's been resolved, then no need to worry about it, obviously. And if it really comes down to it, I found a couple on eBay that would probably do the trick. If at least nothing else, I could probably rig it. But again, build vlog episode number 2. We're not here to talk about what isn't working and all that. We're here to talk about stuff that we've got. Now, I'm going to be recording these on 2 different days because the second piece that I'm going to be talking about in this video is not here yet. But we're going to go ahead and jump right into this because we have our storage is ordered right now. I'm still waiting for it to come in. 32 gigabytes of DDR4 G.Skill 5 red memory, rated at 2400. And so that should be here early next week, probably Tuesday. It's coming FedEx. They don't deliver on the weekends or Monday, I think, if it's FedEx ground. But we were able to get something else. And this, I think some people are going to look at this and go, why did you get this? But you'll see. This is my power supply. This is going to be the power supply I'm using. If the audio cuts out, I'm sorry, I'm moving a little bit away from the mic, and I don't know how far this thing is going to actually pick up my voice. But as you can see, it is a refurbished unit. And this is the Corsair RM series power supply. This is the RM850. So, yeah, it's probably more than I need, but I don't know if you could see this up here. It says $79.99. This is normally $160 brand new. This is $80 right now at Micro Center if you get the refurbished ones. And I'm okay with that because it's certified refurbished. I'm going to give it a chance. If it doesn't work, I'm only out $80. It's no big deal. But it was cheaper than anything else that I was going to get. We're going to go ahead. You see, I already tore into it to make sure it was all there. But we have an assortment of cables here. We have some SATA cables, I believe. We have our 24 pin. We have more SATA cables and SATA. I pretty much checked. They're all in here. We have CPU, 2 CPUs in here. Where is the other one? More Molex extensions. We have our PCI. You can see more PCI. And this is the other CPU one. So got all of them in here. Another PCI, and of course the main power. And then comes with a little bag of screws. Of course, though, this is not what this is what we're here for. Packed really well, so I feel pretty confident in it. But here it is. The RM850. So it should, in theory, work. You can see, get it turned around. This is a fully modular power supply, so everything I need can be plugged in, and I don't have to plug in anything I don't need. So that was the main reason I went with this. And once, this is in there, I'm going to feel pretty, I feel pretty confident in this. I'm not worried about whether this guy is going to do the job or not. In fact, I feel pretty confident that it's going to do the job. I think it's going to be just fine. Like I said, it's 850 watts. And I went ahead and went with that simply because everything else I had been seeing, the cheapest I had seen at 750 watts. And the reason I wanted to look at 750 watts was the extra CPU power in case I ever decided to go bonkers with anything down the road. I was looking at 750 watts. The cheapest one I had found was $99.99 and EVGA G2, which would have been perfectly fine. But again, $10 cheaper. Or no, not $10, $20 cheaper. And higher wattage. So yeah, it's certified refurbished. I've taken chances on refurbished products before. I have not been let down to this point. In fact, my BenQ is a refurbished model. I'm not worried about it too much because again, it's $80. And if for some reason this isn't working out and it's within the period, I don't exactly remember how long I have with this with Micro Center, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. If it doesn't work out, I'll just take an extra $20, $30 and get something else. But this will be more than enough power. And if I do decide to go SLI in the future or even get into like custom water loops or everything, I've got more than enough power to do this. And that was really the big thing, is I wanted to not go crazy, but have enough. And I wasn't going to go 850, but 850 was $80. 750 was $100. So that made all the difference in the world. But now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the memory. All right, so I was not expecting this memory to arrive as soon as it did, but here it is. It is here. It arrived today. It's actually technically, what is it? No, it's still Saturday. I'm doing this earlier than I normally do. I may not be as loud as I always am, but that is because my bed is set up over there and the child is passed out in my bed. She fell asleep pretty early tonight, so I'm able to do this. So as you just were watching, the power supply was here. I've actually got it sitting on the floor next to me because green screen stuff, but I basically figured I wasn't going to be able to finish this until around Tuesday or Wednesday when I thought this was going to arrive, but thanks to the power of much faster than I thought shipping, this came today via FedEx. I'm going to have the other camera set up. It's probably already up on the screen, but I'm going to use the two camera setup for this part because it just makes more sense to do it this way since this is so much smaller. So this is the G.Skill Ripjaws 5 DDR4 2400 megahertz memory. This is what I'm going to be using. I did go with 32 gigabytes. Put this up on the main camera. And I decided to go with 32 gigabytes because content creation and all that good stuff, I want to have as much memory available as possible. And I've been noticing that the price of memory has been going up. Really for the last couple of months, and I could have gotten 16 gigs for around $100, but this kit, I don't even know which camera to point this at. This kit ended up, oh, holy glare. This kit ended up costing me only, well, I shouldn't say only, it cost me $180, but $180 is better than the over $200 I would have been looking at minimum if I had just bought one kit and then I had to buy another kit. So I decided to just bite the bullet and go with it because it will probably, hopefully, pay off in the long run. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at this. I like this packaging. It's real easy to open. You just pop these two tabs and it literally pulls apart. And then this is all in here nice and neat. We have our basic little information paper that goes inside. And this is something that everybody is doing. We get are they focusing? Not really. A pair of G.Skill stickers. They just have the G-Skill website and go beyond limits. Focusing is not a strong point of either of these cameras, which is why I'll probably end up buying a slightly better one, but that's neither here nor there. So we have our memory, and again, this is in pretty firmly. This memory is not falling out. It's secure, which is nice, but a little bit of pressure in the back, and it pops out. And there we go. We have our memory sticks. Got 4 of them, so I can use quad channel memory, which should allow it to operate much better than if I hadn't gone with quad channel. So method behind all the madness. So now we have, you've seen the power supply, you've seen the memory. Pretty simple stuff, nothing real fancy as of yet. I'm still kind of going back and forth on what kind of build this is really going to be in terms of processor and motherboard, but I've got it narrowed down pretty good. It's looking pretty much at this point like it's going to be a 5820K processor, unless the 6800K or the 6850K come down in price, or I can find a 5930K somewhere for a reasonable price. But right now it makes sense to go either 5820 or 6800, go to Micro Center, pair it up with probably an Asus Deluxe 2 motherboard, and then probably an Asus GTX 1070 overclock edition, and that should be fairly reasonable. Won't completely, break the bank, and give pretty outstanding performance all the way around. I said going to 5930 or 6850 is an extra $150 to $200, and that's just the performance gains I'd probably see aren't going to be necessarily worth it. So not going to worry about that too much. We're just going to go ahead and take this day by day, though, because it's still going to be a couple weeks before I can even really consider how this is going to completely turn out, because I have to wait for the money still. So that's the power supply and the memory. This has been episode 2 of this build vlog, and we will finish this up. We will have another episode when I have more stuff, probably in a few weeks, so stay tuned for that. Until next time, I'll catch you later.